In this video, I want to go through my session and approach to composing music to video. In this instance, the video was a video trailer for Crime Interrupted podcast that we've released as part of Casefile Presents portfolio. It's available now for free, so check it out. Crime Interrupted is the podcast that we've done with partnership with Havas, its marketing agency, and the AFP, Australian Federal Police. The podcast, 6 episodes, were about 6 different cases, big cases that the AFP solved when protecting Australian soil. And we got that privileged access to behind the scenes of solving these cases, to the investigators, to the briefs. And so it is really interesting. Check it out if you get a second. Now, for this work, I was tasked with post-production, and that was post-production cleaning the clips, prepping the dialogues and so on. We've done it with Anthony, who's our editor, but I also wrote the music for the series. That was one part of my work. Besides that, the marketing agency organized video trailers that they want to release as a part of that promotional campaign. And they commissioned me to create a really short music, like a 30 seconds theme for that video. So that's what I've done on top of all that additional work. In this video, I want to go through my session and sort of my thinking process, and also how does it look when you work on commission, when you're making music for video, for media. Before we jump into my session, I want to talk about the credits. So the video was created in partnership with Patrick Clare. He's Emmy-winning director who's responsible for True Detective, the sort of title sequence. Very, very talented and skilled team. I will put the credit on the screen so you can have a look. And just to let you know, I have not done the sound design. So I've only done the music. The sound design was created by the production team from Havas as well. But enough of me talking, let's jump to my pro session and I can sort of explain the process a little bit then.
Alright, so this will be a little bit of a mess, but hopefully I can explain it to you. For the Crime Interrupted series, there was the video, and I already told you I was commissioned to do the music for it. I want to tell you about the process. I don't think I've got the clip anymore, that's why we won't be able to show it. But so first I got just the slides. So the slides were how the trailer will look, and also temp music. So what usually you get from a director or people working on a videos project is you got a temp music, and they say, look, we want something that's similar to this or in that kind of style to help you going. And then you start working to it. Then as the animation video progressed, and I was getting the further versions. So cut 1, picture 1, 2, 3, and 4. And each one of them had less slides and more the actual video going, which is of course helpful, because when you just work to slides, you might have an idea of what you want to do. But then with the video, there's some cuts going and you want to hit these cuts so the music fits the picture. And yeah, so I had that picture. Now, it will look confusing because you can see both MIDI and audio here, but essentially I've created that track with just MIDI, as you can see. So that was the MIDI that I've made, and then wrote the automation for it. So I was mixing MIDI and putting some effects on that MIDI as well. So as you can see, there's neutron, but also some flanger. Let me see. I think I was using some reverb as well. Omni, okay. Oxide, or some reverse with a reverb here. So, like an effect, reverb effect. Okay, so I'm doing this MIDI and sending them versions, drafts of the music based on that, and then they come back and say, we don't like this one, we don't like this one, so on and so forth. And once they're kind of happy with it, then I've committed, so you hit committed to audio. Okay, So this is audio with the automation, all the effects already committed to these tracks. So that's important. Remember that. And then I've also, sorry, that was quite a while ago, so I just need to find something. So I already had some audio there, some drums. And then I think it was some other session. But anyway, so I've taken that audio and then put it to video and then mix it again, running through a stereo mix bus and a master bus, because I want to deliver them the main stereo mix through a master. So they can just pop it on a video. And then, so that's what I sent them. Sorry, it's just so chaotic, but it was very tight deadline, and I was working on a whole podcast at the same time. So yeah, and case file, of course. I don't know where it is. But anyway, okay, I think that's the final there. So I sent them the final as a stereo, but it was just like 30 seconds long. But I also wanted the possibility of creating 15-second promo videos for each episode. So I've created a 15-second version of it as well. And also, as part of Deliverables, I sent them the stems. So I think these are the stems. Are they? I think they must be. So a stereo file which was mixed down of that music, but then also a stem of each of the instruments featured in that trailer. So if something doesn't work exactly, because they were doing sound design as well, they can just take the stems and remix it if they want. Or if they just want to use stems, they've got automation on it. Just plop it on their video software or whatever, and it will work fine. What else I've done for the video was, as you can see, there is a tempo change. So that was for the MIDI, because it started with 147, but then I wanted to sort of get faster a little bit and to hit certain points in a video, and it finishes at 160. So it speeds up as it progresses from where the melody kicks in, and then the bass as well. And what else? Of course, communication is important. The first music I done was actually the theme music I done for the series, but they didn't like it. Because it worked with the series, because it was a beat introducing the series, and then the CTA to sort of recruitment campaign for the AFP, but that didn't work to the video. They want something more dirty, something more gritty, just with a bite. So I had to do something from scratch. So I did that. And then, of course, I had that temp track that I could always reference to. And then we were going back and forth, this saying, okay, change this, change that, and change that. But yeah, we got there in the end. But yeah, so that's about it. Sorry, I know this is chaotic, and the session's chaotic, and me speaking is very chaotic, but it was a chaotic project. So now you know how it is. It's not always templates and everything's nice and in place. Sometimes it's just like, oh my God, I've got to make these changes. There's 100 things I have to do on top of it. And it's just a rush to get things done. And I think they were mixing on like Saturday, on Friday, and like literally until the day before I was changing that. And that is only 30 seconds as well. Remember, it's not like I'm making a score for a 90-minute film or something. So, and still requires a lot of work, hands-on, healthy communication to get it done right. Okay, so before we go, I want to play you that video. It's only 30 seconds, so you can stay. and it's on the Australian Federal Police YouTube channel. And then, of course, they shared it on Facebook, and they've created the 50-second versions from it. Very, very simple. You wouldn't say like it had so many instruments, but it did, and it took a while to get there. It was all about the sort of the atmos of true crime, but also build-ups, played with sound design and the video.
I hope you enjoyed that tutorial slash deep dive into how my approach and how sort of working with the video works, or at least worked in this instance. Check out Crime Interrupted podcast is available now for free wherever you listen to podcasts. Again, I'm Mike. If you enjoy this content, check the rest of my channel and hit that like button and subscribe. Thanks.